Willie D. Live.
One of the most inflammatory comments made by an individual.
I want to ask you what you think is bad about what I said. From you my OG. I respect Willie D. opinion.
Actually, I know where you were coming from.
Yeah.
And I know how people received it.
Right.
But really, if you really think about it, that's a compliment.
It's a compliment,
If you're saying that the black women ain't giving it up easy to the black man like everybody else is.
You not programmed, Willie. Thank you. I knew my OG wasn't programmed. It's a compliment.
Yeah.
If I would have said black women give it up the easiest, what would they have said? You know what I'm saying?
It would have been a problem.
It would have been a problem.
Yeah.
So at this point, I have to understand they just mad at Slim because they just always thinking I'm saying something else. So, and that was never a diss to black women. When I'm talking, I'm really just saying what I see. I'm just saying what I've saw. It's not my personal opinion of, oh man, I just want to say something about women. No, this is what I witnessed as a man who is black. Women of other races gave it up way easier. And I wasn't even trying to tell nobody to give me none when I said that. I was talking to women as a brother. Hey, I'm good right now. I don't need none from nobody, so I'm good. So what I was explaining was, as a brother, but people only get the clickbait. You ain't hear the whole the full conversation was, hey man, that's the competition you're gonna have to deal with. A lot of women. And it wasn't just for anybody. It was about this. It was, once again, let's go back to mathematicals. So what is the number, if you can please Google this, and I'm just giving y'all a real assignment. Before you say you hate, just listen to what I'm saying. What is the number of black men who make over 100,000, a year? It's very rare. It's very rare. So a lot of women see the dudes on Instagram and see the dudes, and think that that's what they getting and that's how they living. So they think they have, once again, the social media. They think they have a lot of options. But all you have to do is Google that number and you will understand, I don't got as many options as I thought if I'm looking for a dude who got his stuff together, a dude who's not going to be asking you to take care of him. You see what I'm saying? Like a dude who would never ask you, hey man, I need you to go half with me on this. Like this is a different type of dude. And I'm just saying that if you want this type of dude, we not going for the obstacle courses that you might want us to go through because of what some other dude who didn't have his stuff together did to you. Oh, he broke your heart and he got it's trauma, really, Willie. It's like, and I ain't blaming nobody, but I'm just telling the truth. I'm just saying what happened, like saying what I see. I see that we get a lot of now because of what the old boy did to me. You're going to have to do this for me. You're going to have to take me here. You're going to have to pay for this. You're going to have to wait this time or whatever. But when you got your stuff together, a dude who got his stuff together ain't really going for all that.
You're absolutely right, man. You ever see these like little video clips of these women talk about what they want out of a man? And I think what's her name, Kendra G, I think her name is.
Oh yeah, I seen Kendra G.
She do that like the Kevin Samuels thing where you ask, well, what kind of man are you looking for? How old are you? How much money does he need to make? And time again, I see these women get on there and say, well, I got 5 babies, and I got 5 baby daddies, and, I'm looking for a man that's making $400,000 a year.
Exactly.
Well, did any of your previous baby daddies make $400,000? No, that's why I'm looking for one that makes $400 now.
Exactly.
And now, oh, by the way, I'm also celibate, and
Willie, this is why I go viral. Yeah. Because the same thing you saying, and women be on there saying I'm celibate. I'm like, how many? You got about 4 kids, baby. You need to just give it up until you find the right dude who gonna lock you in. We not gonna give you no credit because you had 4 kids and stopped for 6 months. We don't care about that. We don't care about, I stopped for 6 months. We not giving you no award for that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Before know it become too late, give it up. Find the right person who gonna accept you with that, and they gonna have issues, but it ain't gonna be the perfect person that you think is available for you. Is what I'm trying to tell you. Because all you have to do, if you think I'm wrong, is just look up the numbers. Look up how many dudes really got their stuff together. It's not a lot. And the social media like button and a lot of the scammers got y'all thinking that they got their stuff together, but that's a scam too. So a lot of people who coming out here on both ends, when they want you to marry them and so fast, that's Disneyland. It's like, and then it doesn't even make sense. Do you want to go through a divorce? Do you want a baby daddy? Or do you want to take your time and get to know this person and really truly know and with full confidence, after 10 years seeing every side of this person, make that decision with confidence? That's what makes sense. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. The flip side of that, as you alluded to, is that you got women out there who don't have their minds right, and guys will pursue these women, calling the baddies, so to speak, and they end up in these toxic relationships because all they looking for, is a fat ass and tits. So whatever it is, but they're looking only at the exterior. They're not looking at the woman, the inside.
Exactly.
They're not looking at her personality. What her values are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How was she raised? What was she raised to believe in? They're not looking at any of that, and then they find themselves in these bad relationships, and then they get mad at all the women and say it's all women, and vice versa. A lot of the women, they do the same thing.
Exactly.
They're looking for the guy with the money, and
he might have that money one year. He might have that. That's another reason why you should do the 10-year thing, because a lot of people have good years. A lot of people be up one day and you might have met him in his top life, and then you don't even know that man after. And when he lose everything, is you gonna be there? If he did lose everything, would you be there? You don't know this about this woman until you didn't have it. So you have to see all sides of a person before you make lifelong decisions. And that's having a child, that's being married. Anything that you're going to make a 100-year decision on shouldn't be rushed. Mm-hmm. And anything before 10 years is not a common sense type of movement if we talking about 100 years or whatever. But at the same time, on the flip side, there's always a flip side. If you are in, marriage makes sense when you are bringing two incomes together to, up your lifestyle or whatever.
Oh, hell, you finna start a war.
That's when it makes sense. When you, well, I ain't gonna say it always makes sense like that, but I'm saying like, for me, my personal opinion, you definitely ain't got to agree with this, but I think that a lot of people get married because of the income thing, of them being able to up their lifestyle, because it end up being a lot of people. All I do is do research with it. So a lot of the research I get back from my married people who I talk to, it be, man, don't get married. And I'd be like, why? Just like, man, I thought it's real. Marriage is hard. It's all this here, is that there. I get a lot of that feedback, and I listen to that, and I don't never have to touch the actual fire to learn my lesson. And that's what I think give me super sense. I can hear people, I can do my research and hear stories and see what's really going on and learn from other people's mistakes. I don't always got to touch the fire. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I challenge anybody who, have been in a relationship, married, whatever go look on my Instagram. You ain't really living like me and my sugar baby, so you might not call your relationship what I call my relationship, but I think I'm a way more romantic man when it comes to relationships. I take the girl I'm with, she gonna live a extravagant life. We gonna take trips every month, not just cause of her, just cause this is the lifestyle of somebody who been working hard and want to live like this. But at the same time, I get trays of food, whatever I want, delivered in bed. If you look on Instagram, you'll see that. But at the same time, she gets $5,000 $100 bouquet for Valentine's Day, 100-foot boat for Valentine's Day. This is the, this is the back and forth. Yeah, it's on Instagram, and this is what I want women who get mad at me for being so confident, who say I say all this stuff. Just go look It's not nothing to have feelings about. All you simply have to do is go to my page, Slim Thug on Instagram, and go back. Every single month, you will see me in a different country, and I'm not by myself. This is how I move. This is how being with me. If you go look, it's not a one-time thing when you're dealing with me. That's why I'm so for real about this. If you don't treat me like a king and making me happy, then I don't want to do. I'm not coming home to no type of I ain't giving you that weaponizing love. I ain't giving you none because you said something on Instagram I don't like. I ain't giving you none because you ain't do this. Like I'm not settling for none of that. I'd rather be by myself because I know married people who sleep in different rooms.
What's your number one pet peeve for a woman?
I don't know what's my pet peeve. But my number one love language is acts of service. You know what I'm saying? So a woman who served me is gonna be appreciated, and I'm gonna make sure that I make sure she get it back. You know what I'm saying? However I can. Yeah, so acts of service, I would say, is my love language. If you, like I say, delivering food to me while I'm in bed, rolling my blunts, you know what I'm saying? Like, cooking for me. If you doing all this, it's simple, too. It's not even nothing I want that's so crazy, but I just appreciate it. I appreciate a woman that like to take care of her dude. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, man, that was a strong word, appreciation, man. You might get a few on, that convert.
A lot of them, they be on the clickbait, man. They be on the clickbait.
They gonna be like, damn,
they be on the clickbait, and all I would challenge everybody who don't like Slim to do is to go look on Instagram. It's like my journal. You can simply just scroll through the months. Not only will you see how romantic I am when I'm dealing with a woman, you will see how active I am at giving back in the community. You will see all the positive stuff I do instead of those one-liners you see on the gossip blogs. You know what I'm saying? But also, on the flip side, like I say, it's always a flip side. With me knowing who I am and with me knowing that I am where I am without the people who don't know who I am, it gives me a arrogance of, man, I don't care about if you like me or not. I don't care if you agree with me or not. I don't care, about none of that because I'm who I am without you.